I love your rage. I love your passion. I also find it really amusing that you would fight the internet on sports debate has gotten kind of cruel, and we eviscerate people when they're the third best instead of the best. And what you've got is the best, and people are discrediting the best, and the emotional fan in you is pissed off on behalf of this is the culture you created, Nick.
I created.
You were in the middle of it, and you're responsible for elevating the flames on this entire game.
Oh, okay. Nonsense. So here's nonsense. I listen. I'm not a crusher. I am an elevator. You said for years, what was the thing I was known for? I didn't say somebody sucked. I said somebody's the greatest. My hottest take ever that I was known for is this guy's awesome.
Well,
and somehow that was controversial.
Well, but Stugotz, do you know what that is?
He's not doing it well.
But do you know what that take is, Stugotz? Because Stugotz would fall on the other side of this, and I don't want to go down a rabbit hole here, but Nick Wright thinks LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, listen, no, I get it. I understand that there is some nostalgia and some sentimentality involved in Michael Jordan, and it's never going to move. I get it. I don't even actually care to have that argument because that argument has been won and the cement is dry on it, and people are going to look back and be like, I can't believe that was a debate. That's not even the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is this. I do think sports media actually, Dan, we have overcorrected. Okay, so once upon a time, back in the day, before my time, before talk sports and stuff, it was just columnists. Some of that stuff was outright cruel, and guys were really eviscerated. They were either heroes or the worst villains. I don't need to give you a history lesson of all people. You know the history of sports media. And then my generation, the millennials, got a foothold. And it was, hey, let's add some nuance. Hey, quarterback wins. That's not really a thing. Let's be smarter. And that was all really good. And now we've gone too far. And now Justin Herbert can throw more interceptions in a playoff game than he did all season. And before any takes have been given, it is preemptive, premature defending of takes that haven't even happened. Whoa, let's not kill Justin Herbert. Lamar Jackson can win more MVPs than if Aaron Rodgers retires. Everyone else active in the NFL combined, and he can have 2 turnovers in the first half, and people will be like, guys, he came really close, though. He did. He came close. Josh Allen, 2 years in a row, can have the ball in his hands, down 3, with Mahomes on the sideline, nothing he can do, and those 2 years come away with 0 total points. And the first take topic is, do you feel bad for him? Guys, here's the deal. Everyone's always understood it. Almost every little boy in America growing up wanted to be a pro athlete one day. You know why? Dope job, super rich, women or people love you, fame, fortune, a lot of time off. One of the only downsides. You fail on the biggest stage, you're going to get criticized a bit more than the guy who's doing your taxes or working at UPS. Everyone understood it. Now the expectation is, can't we just appreciate they're all doing their best? Can't we? We got Orlovsky is so comfortable criticizing people in his current profession, sports media, and would never dare criticize people in his previous profession, NFL quarterbacks. We've gone too far. So if I have to add some balance to the universe, so be it.
That is such a great point on Orlovsky I hadn't considered.
Wait, but is Nick taking credit for nuance? I mean,
I just gave him credit for all hot takery. I just gave him credit for all of it, for being.
You want to stay on the Orlovsky point? I'm okay with it.
Yes.
Everyone likes Dan. I'm sure he's nice. But hey, man, keep that same it's so amazing. There's so much courage to criticize folks who do what he currently does. And it's said to Shannon on television, it's not my job to criticize a quarterback who is better than me. Huh? Really? Well, then I hope you have a lot of Will Levis topics coming because
What he's saying there, I had not noticed. And now that he mentions it, isn't very surprising because, of course, the athletes would come into the media space and then all of a sudden start bullying the media. Of course, they are. Of course, Orlovsky's very popular. His information is very good, but
he's sharp. And everyone that I know that I don't know him, and everyone that I know that knows him adores him. He's a great dude. And the little snippets we get of his family life, he really seems like an awesome father and husband, great guy. There is to me if you're just going to be Mr. Positivity about everything, and I'm not saying that's Dan necessarily, so be it. But there is to me a hypocrisy of, oh, there are some sacred cows here, but I will, but not that I'll stay away from. That's all. And as the kids say on Twitter, the noticers are noticing. And maybe I'm just noticing.
Well, one of the things I admire about you is I don't believe you have any sacred cows in this business. You're about telling people whatever it is that you think, and you're not too concerned with how any of that lands. You right now are enjoying the sports moment of a lifetime, right? That you have this team being this dominant, and you're insisting from coast to coast that people respect it properly while they're not. While the standard birthed of we criticize everything, we blame everything is very gentle to Josh Allen, and now America's rooting against your team.
Yeah, and so listen, the thing you said on the front end, it is, I could not be more blessed than to be a kid from Kansas City who somebody asked me yesterday, do I miss doing talk radio in Kansas City? And I said, in a kind of maybe more vulnerable than I should have been, I was like, well, I maybe have never been as happy as I was when I was doing talk radio in my hometown a dozen years ago, or at this point, 15 years ago, I guess. But the blessing of what the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes have given me personally is they have allowed essentially me to pursue my highest career ambitions while still just doing a local Kansas City talk show. Because I don't know if you watch a lot of First Things First, but there's a lot of Chiefs talk on it because they're the team. And so that is a huge blessing. The fact that before last season, I get the never a doubt tattoo, and then Patrick Mahomes, who almost never tweets, 60 minutes after winning Super Bowl MVP, sends his first tweet of the playoffs, and it's 3 words, never a doubt, with him holding the trophies. Yeah, that's one of the dopest things that could happen in a sports movie, much less in real life. And so I should be happier about those things. I am frustrated because the only thing this compares to, in my opinion, as far as this level of dominance over a 7-year stretch, is the Bulls in the 90s. And not only were the Bulls in the 90s universally beloved, they are retroactively still a sacred beloved. They are, you mention it to Stugotz, and he gets, even though he's a Knicks fan, his eyes well up with emotion thinking about Bob Costas and John Tesh in the good old days.
Yep.
I mean too.
It was an honor to lose to that team. It was.
Yeah. And so, right. And now we are getting it in a sport where it shouldn't be able to exist. Single elimination, salary cap, all of it. And over the course of the year, it was a denial that was frustrating to me. And then the moment it became undeniable, it was a rigged game. And there are a lot of uncomfortable equivalent or similarities to the run-up to the 2020 presidential election. This guy has no chance. This guy is inept. This guy can't win. This is going to be a rout. I lost, it's rigged. And that's what I heard all year with the Chiefs. Fraudulent team. Getting lucky. Too many one-score games. Can't score more than 30. Can't blow anyone out. Rigged. Okay. Fine. You're just wrong.